Hi friends, can you hear me? Guys, am I audible? So guys, very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the daily revision series for the UPSC Prelims 2025 where we discuss important topics for the UPSC Prelims examination. If you can hear me loud and clear, please do consider giving a thumbs up to this video and say hi in the comment box. Guys, can we begin? Everyone is with me, guys. Can we begin? Guys, can you hear me? Please do let me know if we can start, guys. Okay. So guys, as far as polity is concerned, every year we will be getting around 15 questions in Indian polity. And if you see, the first unit of Indian polity is very important, which is about the historical background of the constitution, then the salient features of Indian constitution, the preamble, then it is about the fundamental rights, fundamental duties, DPSP, so and constitutional amendments. So first unit is very, very important. Today we are going to revise first unit. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give you some important topics and we will do a brief discussion. Okay. So guys, as far as historical underpinnings of the Indian constitution is concerned, this year we can expect a question on the 2 points, okay, which is the Mudieman Committee. Okay, Mudieman, Mudieman Committee. What is Mudieman Committee? Can anybody tell me? What is Mudieman Committee? It is completing 100 years. 1924, it was there basically to review the 1919 Act. 1919 Act, it was there to review the 1919 Act. So I would like to request every one of you, please go and prepare 1919 Act. What was the impact of the 1919 Act? Okay, it is called what, guys? What is the name of the 1919 Act? Okay, Montagu Chelmsford. Okay, I hope you know that. Okay, so you should prepare exact details of what were the provisions of the 1919 Act. And guys, also 1935 is very important. Government Act of 1935. Why? Because it is the Government Act of 1935 which brought federalism into India. Okay, federalism into India, and it is the basic framework according to which Indian constitution is designed. Guys, Indian constitution is designed as per which act of the British Parliament? Okay, can anybody tell me? Indian constitution, what was the main act? What was the main act on the basis of which, okay, the government of India, so the constitution of India is basically designed? Okay, it was basically the 1935 Act. Okay, overall framework is just copied from 1935 Act. So you may expect a question on which of the acts of the, okay, prior to constitution was responsible for the new constitution. It was 1935 Act. What was the main feature of 1935 Act? The main feature of 1935 Act was what? It brought federalism in India. Federalism, this is very, very important, guys. You can expect a question on that. You can expect a question on that. 1935. Can you give me any other provision of 1935 Act? Can anybody give me any other provision of 1935 Act? This is very, very important, guys. Okay, you will expect a question on 1935 Act. Expect a question. Okay, and 1919 Act also. Okay, 1919 Act and 1935 Act. Both of these acts are very important. Moving on, since this is 75 years of Indian constitution making, so guys, you can expect a question on making of Indian constitution. Okay, so starting with the which plan was responsible for Constituent Assembly? Guys, which plan was responsible for Constituent Assembly? Can anybody tell me? Which plan was responsible for Constituent Assembly? It was the Cabinet Mission Plan. Okay, it was the Cabinet Mission Plan. As per the Cabinet Mission Plan, how was the election of the Constituent Assembly was to be made? Was it a directly elected body? Was it an indirectly elected body? Was it having any appointment members? Okay, appointed members. Can anybody tell me, guys, how was the members of the Constituent Assembly elected? Okay, it was an indirect election and it had appointed members also. Appointed members were from which? Can anyone nominated or appointed? Okay, nominated. Okay, nominated, you know, guys, nominated, partially elected and nominated. They were nominated members also. Okay, you should prepare this. This is very, very important. How was the composition? What was the composition of the Constituent Assembly? Very, very important. This is a favorite topic of UPSC. I'm telling you, the question will definitely come. Everything is given. Okay, this book, Lakshmikant book. Okay, do read. This chapter is very, very important. This chapter is very, very important. The making of Indian Constitution. That chapter is very, very important. Okay, guys. Further, they may ask you question about, okay, the Constituent Assembly, the drafting committee. Who was the chairman of the drafting committee? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, this year we are observing 135th anniversary also. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar drafting committee is very, very important. Please do prepare the drafting committee. Who were the members of the drafting committee? Okay. Next, you can also prepare what was the function performed by the Constituent Assembly. What was the function performed by the Constituent Assembly? This topic can also come. This topic can also come. Okay, guys. Next, okay, one more thing. What I would like to request every one of you to go through the PIB. Okay, PIB, they have composed 75 facts about the Indian Constitution. On the eve of 75 years of Constitution, the PIB has composed, okay, they have brought 75 facts. They have published 75 facts related to Indian Constitution making. Okay, this is very, very important. This is very, very important. Definitely you should have to prepare this. Okay, second thing, okay, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was elected from which province? That can also be a question which can be asked in the prelims examination. So overall, guys, making of Indian Constitution, very, very important. Very, very important. You have to expect a question on making of Constitution. This chapter, making of Constitution, you have to read it properly. Very, very important. Making of Constitution, you have to read it properly. Okay, guys. Next chapter, which is very important, is the salient features of Indian Constitution. In salient features of Indian Constitution this year, which topic is important? Secularism and socialism. Secularism and socialism. What is Indian secularism? Is Indian secularism, okay, division between state and religion? Complete division? No. We are equidistant from all religion. Equal respect for all religion. Equidistant from all religion. Okay. So secularism and socialism, very important concept this year. You have to expect a question on these. Okay. Next one is preamble. Preamble. The text of preamble. Very, very important. Objective resolution. Objective resolution. Okay. What does the preamble tell us? What does the preamble tell us? Preamble tell us 4 things. Preamble tells us 4 things. You should know what are the 4 things which the preamble tells us. Okay. You should know exactly preamble. Okay. Next, when was the preamble amended? Okay. 42nd amendment. What was the amendment in the preamble? Very, very important, guys. Can preamble be amended? Can preamble be amended? Is preamble the part of the Constitution? Is preamble the part of the Constitution? Can preamble be amended? Was the preamble amended? 42nd amendment. What were the 3 words added, guys, during the 42nd amendment? 42nd amendment, guys. Do you remember what were the 3 words? What were the 3 words which were added? 42nd amendment. Quickly, guys. I need answers. I need answers. Can the preamble be amended? Is preamble the part of the Indian Constitution? What is preamble? Preamble is like a identity card of the Constitution. They will give you statements. Why preamble is significant? Why preamble is significant, guys? Very, very important. 3 words added. 42nd amendment. Very, very important, guys. Very, very important. Next topic. Okay. Next topic this year, you may expect a question on reorganization of Indian states. Okay. Reorganization. Which amendment of the Indian Constitution helped in reorganizing the Indian state? Can anybody tell me which was that amendment? Which was that amendment? Okay. State reorganization. State reorganization to the, okay, State Reorganization Act. Which was the first linguistic state to be created? What was the Fazal Ali Committee about? What was the Fazal Ali Committee about? Okay. So State Reorganization Commission, very, very important, guys. This year we have Andhra. We have our Andhra Pradesh, Telugu state, the first linguistic state. Okay, very, very important. Very, very important, guys, this year. Very, very important. Okay. You can expect how were the states created? What is the chronology of the states created? What is the chronology of the states created? They will ask you, what is the chronology? Okay, in the Lakshmikant book, they have given the chronology. Okay, how were the states created? Okay, guys, very, very important. After the government of India, okay, sorry, government of India I'm talking about. After the State Reorganization Act, how many states were there? After the State Reorganization Act, how many states were there? Number, you should know the number. Factual questions can be prepared here. Okay, go through Lakshmikant. Very, very important. Factual questions will be prepared, guys. Will be prepared. Factual questions. What was the chronology after that? How was the states created? Okay, after that also. Can states, who has the authority to create new states? Who has the authority to create new states? Can anybody tell me? In India, in the constitution, who has the authority to create new states? It is the parliament. It is the parliament. It is the supreme body which is responsible for creation and destruction of states. Very, very important. This is also very, very important. Next one, guys. Okay, citizenship. Definitely one question on citizenship, guys. This year, lot of controversy in the citizenship concept. Okay, lot of controversy, particularly after Donald Trump has come. After the Donald Trump has come, lot of controversy. What is jus soli and jus sanguinis? What is jus soli and jus sanguinis? Right of soil and right of blood. What are the two ways in which constitution is governed? Okay, constitution, citizenship is governed. Okay, in America, what do we follow? In India, what do we follow? This is very, very important. Citizenship by birth. Citizenship by birth. Okay, do we follow? We follow a hybrid. We follow a hybrid. Okay, we follow a hybrid. Okay, so citizenship, very, very important, guys. Citizenship, which are the fundamental rights which are enjoyed by citizens? Which are the fundamental rights which are enjoyed by the aliens? Which are the fundamental rights which are enjoyed only by citizens? This can be a question, guys. Very high chances, guys. Does the constitution regulates the acquisition and loss of Indian citizenship? No, it is a Citizenship Act enacted by the Parliament. It is the Citizenship Act enacted by the Parliament which basically regulates the acquisition and loss of Indian citizenship. This is very, very important. You may expect a question on that. Okay, you may expect a question of that. Also, guys, does India have dual citizenship? Does India have dual citizenship? No, India does not have a dual citizenship. India does not have a dual citizenship. Okay, which countries have dual citizenship? Which countries have dual citizenship? Okay, very, very important. Loss of citizenship. When will you lose your citizenship? If you acquire the citizenship of another country, automatically you will lose the citizenship of India. Okay, such provisions, very, very important because of, okay, 2-3 peoples were in news. 2-3 peoples were in news. I hope you know that. Okay, some fugitives, okay, economic offenders, they have left our country. Okay, guys, I hope you know. There were 2-3 people in news. 2-3 people in news. Citizenship is becoming very important, guys. Citizenship is becoming very important. Yeah, Choksi. And one more person was in news. Vantanu citizenship. He took the Vantanu citizenship, guys. Vantanu citizenship, he took. This is very important. Okay, so these topics are very, very important. You may expect a question on that. Okay, you may expect a question on that. Okay. Then, guys, one more topic. Okay, census, guys. This is going on for last 2-3 years. Census. Okay, when was the first census conducted? Okay, when was the last census conducted? Why was census 2021 not conducted? Okay, all these topics are very, very important, guys. First decadal census 1881. First decadal census 1881, but first census 1872. Okay, very, very important. Who was the governor general? Who was the governor general during that? Okay, they may ask you this. Okay, then OCI, Overseas Citizens of India. Overseas Citizens of India, very, very important. Overseas, OCI. Okay, what are the benefits? What are the benefits availed by OCI? There were some changes in OCI. Okay, you may expect a question on that. Coming to the fundamental rights, guys. Coming to fundamental rights, right to climate change, right against climate change. Sorry, pardon me. Right against climate change. Which article? Right against climate change. Which article, guys? Quickly. 1421. Superb. 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 1421. Right to die. Right to die. Right to die. Right to die. Anyone? Right to die with dignity. Right to die with dignity. Every year UPSC asking such questions. Okay. Right to be forgotten. Right to be forgotten. Then, guys, right to property. Right to property. Is it a fundamental right? Right to property. Is it a fundamental right? No. It was reduced to a constitutional right or a legal right. Through which amendment? Through which amendment? What was the amendment, guys, which reduced it from fundamental right to a constitutional or legal right? Can anybody tell me which was the amendment? 44th Amendment. 44th Amendment. 1978. 1978. Very, very important, guys. Very, very important. Okay. Then right to form cooperatives. Is it a fundamental right? Right to form cooperatives. Is it a fundamental right? Right to form cooperatives. Is it a fundamental right? Which amendment? Which amendment? Why this is important? Why this is important, guys? This year, what we have? This is what year, guys? International Year of Cooperatives. International Year of Cooperatives. 97th Amendment. Very, very important. Then, guys, DPSP. Again, very, very important. DPSP. Article 39. Article 39B. Article 39B. Very, very important. DPSP. Okay. Guys, welfare state. What is the goal of DPSP? Welfare state. Very, very important. Welfare state. Okay. So you may expect a question on that. Then Article 44. UCC. Very important. Then what were the amendments to the DPSP? What is the relation between DPSP and fundamental right? What is the relation between DPSP and fundamental right? Very, very important in context of right to property. In context of right to property, you may expect a question on that. Very high chances. Article 39B, 39C. Very, very important, guys. You may expect a question on that. Okay. And last is fundamental duty. Fundamental duty is also very important this year. This year, definitely, guys, you may expect a question on DPSP and right to property. DPSP and right to property. Again, I'm repeating again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Very, very important. What are the exceptions? What are the exceptions? What is the relation between fundamental right and DPSP? When fundamental right is above DPSP and when DPSP is above fundamental right. Guys, I hope you get it. Guys, I hope you get it. I hope you know all these provisions. Article 31. Article 31. Okay, I hope you know that. Article 31. Please do read Article 31. Okay. So, guys, today there was a problem while connecting. There was a problem while connecting, guys. So I started late. Please forgive me. We have 2 days. We have 2 days for polity. So tomorrow I'll start early at 8 o'clock only. Today some family relative had also come, because of which I started late at 8:30. So please forgive me for that. Okay, tomorrow I'll start at 8 p.m. sharp. 1 hour, 8 to 9. Okay, 8 to 9. We will try to revise all the important polity stuff, because we have 3 days for polity. Today is 28th, 29th and 38th. 3 days we have for polity. So tomorrow I'll start at 8 p.m. sharp. 8 p.m. sharp. Today, because of some issue, family issue, I had to start little bit late, and there was a connectivity issue in the YouTube and Zoom. It was not getting connected. So and little bit it got slow, but do not worry. Tomorrow we'll start at 8 p.m. sharp. Okay. But again, I'm saying these 3 chapters. Okay. Fundamental duty, DPSP, fundamental right, right to property, Article 31, Article 39, Article 21, and one more thing, guys. One more. Preventive detention. Preventive detention. Very, very important. Okay. I forgot to tell you. Preventive detention 2022. Article 2022. Please do prepare article 2022. 2022. Okay, guys. Preventive detention. Very important. Okay. Bye-bye. Take care.